Hi everyone, this is Mel. Today I'm going to be discussing something that I've wanted to talk about for a while actually. I wanted to talk about my journey in the US, in tech, my journey as a child who came to this country at a young age and was able to achieve something that not most people are able to. And I think this could potentially help a lot of people in the future. I am 21 right now. But I think the experiences that I've had throughout the years can potentially benefit a lot of people my age or younger as well. So yeah, I hope this video can be of use potentially. So what I wanted to talk about specifically during this video is how big tech changed my life as a 17-year-old. And I'm gonna kind of discuss multiple steps, or I guess some bullet points that I find important. First of all, I'm gonna talk about how getting into Microsoft at 17 changed my life. I'm also going to talk about the network that I grew and how I did that. I'm also going to talk a little bit about my current venture as of right now. When I was 17, I actually got an offer from Microsoft. I'm saying 17 because that's the age when I was getting the offer, but when I started being employed, it was when I was 18. The reason for this is because when I was 17, that's when I started as a freshman in college. Most people start at 18, but I guess it was a different case for me since I started pre-K at a really young age. Since then, my whole life changed. So I was actually living in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's not a very big town. It's actually pretty small, very niche. To be honest, when I first got the offer, I didn't know it would have such a big impact in my life. I guess that's something that you don't really know when you're 17, but once I started working for Microsoft, had 3 different internships, everything has changed, and that's when I knew that that was the opportunity for me to take, and that's when my life actually changed. So yeah, I did three different internships, one in Seattle and the last 2 were in Silicon Valley, for a very used product of Microsoft. And so let me talk exactly how this kind of changed my life. So when you're 17, you're like navigating this teenage phase. You don't know exactly what you're doing. For me, it was just like, oh, I'm in CS, I'm in computer science, I need to find what exactly works for me and what would be the easiest way to, I guess, get a job. So I picked CS, and programmatically, just how my brain works, if I pick something, I need to know what would be like the most optimal way to excel in the field. So what I did was, this summer before I started as a freshman in college, I did all my research onto how to be really good at it. So I did my research, reached out to a bunch of people. I can get into all of this in a different video. So after that, I just got the internship at Microsoft. I actually only applied to like 4 or 5 internships. I applied to all these big tech firms as a joke. Actually got an interview at Facebook at the time and TikTok, didn't take them. Microsoft was the only one who was like, hey, we have a 3-stage interview process. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it, whatever. So I did. For me, I was so excited because, when you hear all these big tech company names, all I think of, oh yeah, Microsoft, that's the laptop I used when I was younger. Or I guess that's the operating system that I'm using. Must be cool. But you don't really know. It's like a portal to a lot of different things. So yeah, I did my internship. I was getting paid like 10 grand per month, which is insane actually. They gave me a car. I never drove before that. I actually only took the test. I had my license. Briefly went to driving school. They gave me the car. I was going to work every single day for 3 months, going in highways. My coworkers were getting their coffees at 8 a.m. I was learning how to parallel park because I actually didn't know what the hell I was doing. All the money I got spent on well, a lot of money I got spent on yachts, spent on like a lot of different activities because I was 18. I didn't know what the hell I could do with all that money. So yeah, spent all that money, got a return offer, went back the following year. That's when I was like, wait, this money could be life-changing, so I should move, you know? And this was my sophomore year of college. The following year, decided to move to Miami. As a child, in my head, I'm like, okay, landed an internship in big tech. I should relax and have some fun. So I moved to Miami when I was 19. So actually I moved after I did my second internship in Silicon Valley, and I was sure that I was going back to Microsoft. So I did that, and then I moved to Miami, all funded by myself. That's when I kind of figured out how these small things could change your life, because it did change my life. The people that I met, all the connections, as I mentioned, the network that I grew was insane. I started hanging out with people from all over the US, all over the world actually. All these people right now I could just hit up and start a business with. People from Ivy Leagues, people from different backgrounds, from other countries. It was just insane. And the coolest thing about this is all these people are brilliant. Just being in that network is so fueling to the soul. You just feel like you can do anything you want because you're surrounded by that type of energy. That's one of my favorite parts about this whole thing, was kind of like the network that I grew. The fact that I can just go travel anywhere and I will have someone I know from that place. After that, actually wasn't a big fan of big tech, so I kind of decided to pivot into the startup world, since it's more fulfilling. And yeah, currently I wanted to start my own company, so kind of working on all these things, trying to build something efficient. I will probably talk about my current venture in one of these upcoming videos. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and take care. Bye.